good AM? Been a long time, been a long time, been a long, lonely, 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 lonely time since I've been on here. Been a little upset. Matter of fact, I've been straight pissed the fuck off. But DC has me asking questions because I know two things I know for a fact. At 25. And PAT stands for Priority Air Transport. So what or who was on that fucking helicopter? I think Pete Hegseth needs to answer that question. That's what the fuck I think. And until he can answer that question appropriately and adequately, I'm thinking maybe he might be a cover-up artist, man. I mean, they did attack him pretty hard, man. All throughout his whole career. What's he got to lose? Trump's going to do the exact same thing Biden did when he leaves office. Probably pardon the whole goddamn world. You know what I really wish Trump would do? Is if the man, y'all, I voted for Trump. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And by no means am I second guessing my vote. By no means. I will never second guess any of the decisions I've ever made. But I think he needs to be even tougher, harsher. Listen, them people in Mexico, all they did was guarantee themselves that they won't even be able to qualify to apply for citizenship ever again in their entire lives, man. That shit went on in LA. That isn't gonna stop what's happening. It's just gonna ruin your chances of ever getting the chance to come in legally. All right. I feel like California's gotten out of control, and we need to send the military to every ingoing and outgoing road, trail, path into and out of California, and cut them off from using American currency. Tell them they better come up with their own system of currency pretty quick, or tax the shit out of them for letting them use ours, and just be done with them. Let them rule that state like its own little country, or shit. Let Mexico have that motherfucker back. Build a wall all the way up to Oregon and take a left. Listen. I think the smart thing for y'all to do, for real, man, is just leave. And then you can come back and legally apply for citizenship. They'll still allow you to come across the border to work, but you have to remain in Mexico. A homeboy of mine, his whole family was straight doing it like this. I don't know what the process was or what it's called, but they had passports, all that shit. And the whole family would get to come to America from Sunday, literally only having to stay one night a week in Mexico. From Sunday, they were allowed to come back Sunday. But they had to leave to go home no later than Saturday morning. And as long as their name continued to show up on the roster of people that they were letting do that, they would increase the amount of days that they let them come to work until they just give them a permanent work visa. Listen, there's plenty of ways for there's plenty of paths to citizenship in America. Plenty. It takes a long time though. But you will be able to live here eventually by waiting. That wait in Mexico thing, that presidential shit, what the fuck's it called? Whatever it's called, he signed, didn't call for all families to remain in Mexico for 20 years before they got their citizenship. It was basically, you had to earn your right to work, then earn your right to live here. Then, once we allow you the right to live here, we want to see how you act living here. Some people can't handle the freedom. Freedom's just too much for them. They just get here and go wild. Like, they can just steal everything. We don't do that in America, man. That's not who Americans are. We don't steal our neighbor's shit. And if you're a migrant breaking the law, then we want you the fuck out of our country. And as a matter of fact, once you get your citizenship, it can be revoked. Get convicted of a violent felony and see what happens. They'll revoke that shit and send you right back. Listen. Please, people, don't be mad at Donald Trump. He did not put y'all in this situation. The Biden administration put you in this predicament by deceiving you. They made y'all believe that they could change the law and just have an open border down there. Motherfuckers just do what they want. That's against American law. And it's real hard to change American laws. It's not just something you go down to the Capitol building and do. The people have to vote on shit like that. And Ron DeSantis, bravo, dog. But please, speed that shit up, man. I've stopped making my son go to school because of them motherfuckers, man. I'm not gonna make him go to a school where he might get shot by some Mexican or some Venezuelan gang member. I'd rather him be alive at my house than dead at your schoolhouse. And that's just facts. And my son is tired of everybody telling him that it's okay to be gay. He started telling them, I'm not gay. And the teacher at Oriole Beach Elementary School had the audacity to ask him, how do you know? Bitch, the fuck do you mean? How does he know? Man, I was in prison when that happened, and that teacher has since quit under the scrutiny of the other teachers. But I've had the same issue as some of the Christian schools and Catholic schools. My son don't want to go to school and deal with that bullshit, and quite frankly, I don't blame him. I don't want to send him to a school to have to deal with that bullshit. Until next time, y'all. Deuce.